Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Rida. I'm from MTU 8 Alpha and my NIT is 306-22020. In here I want to presentation mastery test 4.1. Number 1 is the climb pace. Action pace, also called the climb pace, is a crucial stage in flight that occurs after takeoff and before reaching cruising altitude. During the pace, the aircraft continues to climb to be specific cruising altitude. One important part of an aircraft performance is ability to carry out the climb pace. Number 2. Factors that affect the performance of an aircraft during a climb. There's a six factor. Number 1. Speed and acceleration. When the aircraft is acceleration during climb, some portion of the excess thrust is required for the acceleration. So there will be less excess thrust and therefore reduce the angle of climb. Number 2. Aircraft mass. Increased mass give higher drag which reduce the excess thrust. The difference between the thrust and drag, and therefore reduce the climb angle for a given thrust and reduce the rate of climb. Number 3. Temperature and air density. The higher the air temperature, less thrust can be produced by the engines. Because of that, the difference between the thrust and the drag during climb is small. Therefore, the climb gradient and the rate of climb will be reduced. Number 3. Wind. In wind condition, headwind or tailwind will have effect on the aircraft ground speed. So, a headwind will reduce the ground speed and therefore reduce the horizontal distance that an aircraft travel in comparison to the no wind condition. Therefore, a headwind gives increased climb angle, while a tailwind affect in opposite direction and give reduced climb angle. Crosswind component has no effect on the climb gradient. Number 5. Retraction of flap and landing gear. When the flap and landing gears are retracted, the drag is reduced, resulting in an increase in excess thrust, therefore the rate of climb is increases. And the last, number 6, is cabin pressurization. When the aircraft is climbing, the change of cabin pressure is proportional to the change of the ambient pressure in order to control the structural stress on the fuselage from the inside. This is performed automatically by sophisticated control system. However, if the cabin pressure is manual controlled or in case of system degradation, care should be taken to ensure that the climb rates are safe and ensure that the structural stress is not exceeding the maximum limit. The maximum rate of climb is therefore limited. When exceeded, the aircraft structure is overstressed from inside and structural failure. Explosion is possible. Passenger comfort is also a factor. Usually the best comfort is achieved at rates of climb at 1,500 feet per minute. Number 3. How does the aircraft descend? This is descent of aircraft. Aircraft descend by reducing thrust or engine power. This reduces aircraft speed to create less lift. So the airplane slowly lowers, decreasing altitude. If for climb, aircraft have to produce excess thrust drag. But for descent, aircraft have to produce excess drag thrust. Number 4. Top of descent point. The point at which the descent is initiated from the cruising level is called top of descent. TOD point is called TOD point. The flight crew will have to calculate the top of descent point. A very simple formula for determining TOD is the 3-1 method. A 3-1 descent plan means the aircraft will require 3 nautical mile distance for every 1,000 feet of aircraft altitude above ground. Why important to calculate? Because to ensure that the air arrive the correct level for the start of their approach at runway. And Number 5 is why important to consider descent gradient and rate of descent. To reduce descent distance, thus reduce fuel consumptions. To ensure rate of descent, rate of atmosphere pressure change proportional to the rate of change of the cabin pressure. Note, rapid descent can cause trapped gas in the middle ear. It's called middle ear block. And number point 3 is to ensure the safety of aircraft and passenger. Rapid descent also can cause aircraft loss control and this can lead to the crash. And number 6 is factor affecting the descent performance, descent angle and rate of descent. There is 4 points. Number 1 is speed. In general, rate of descent increase with increased speed and increasing drag. Optimum speed required for the best descent performance. Number 2 is wind. The descent angle relative to the ground will be affected by the wind. Wind affect the ground speed, so descent gradient will be affected as well. Number 3 is aircraft configuration. Aircraft configuration, flap or landing gear affect the aircraft lift and drag. The total drag of aircraft will depend on its configuration. When the flaps are lowered, the drag increase, resulting in an increase in excess drag. Therefore, the descent gradient is increased. Number 4 is cabin pressurization. The rate of change of cabin pressure has to be proportional to the rate of change of the atmospheric pressure, rate of descent. When the aircraft is descending, the change of cabin pressure is proportional to the change of ambient pressure. In order to control the structural stress on the fuselage from the inside. The best passenger comfort is achieved at rates of descent is of 1,500 feet per minute. And thank you. This enough for my presentation. Thank you.